everyone, welcome back to another moon update. Today we are having a new moon in the sign of Virgo. I am recording this reading under the Virgo new moon, but it's probably going to be uploaded on the channel 1 or 2 days later, but it's okay because these readings are intended for the entire moon cycle. I'm pulling these cards and doing this collective tarot reading of the energies that are here assisting and supporting us for about the next 2 weeks until we have our next lunar event, which is going to be a full moon in Aries. So about every 14 days, every 2 weeks, we have these moon update readings. Energy isn't so cut and dry that it's, like only for one day. There's a little bit of give and take on both ends. So I think, these energies can be beneficial to keep in mind. I think they are influencing the whole 2 weeks. It's something that you can kind of think about, process, contemplate, implement for the next 2 weeks. So as we know, there are 12 houses in total in the astrological wheel, and Virgo rules the 6th one. So because of this, Virgo can be associated with lifestyle, routines, like the little details of our day-to-day lives, the choices that we make, our habits, especially pertaining to like wellness, health, and just implementing those good habits day in and day out that over the long haul is very beneficial for us. These little habits, these little details of our everyday life, it's not something that necessarily gives us any kind of instant gratification. For example, if you eat healthy for one day, it's not like you're going to see the results of that immediately. It's something that over time you tend to notice the results of it. The same thing with like a fitness routine. It's over time that you notice if you stay consistent, you'll start to see improvements eventually over time. And what builds those results are those habits that we commit to that aren't necessarily like the easiest thing to do or fun to do. It's like, the stuff that it's like you're putting in the work. It's like being at the gym and having to pick up the heavy weights and having to get sweaty and put in that work, get tired, be tired. It's not an easy thing, to get up and go choose to do. But we know it's going to be healthy for us. We know it's going to be beneficial. And we know that we're going to eventually be happy about our decision, about our choice to stick to it, to commit to it, to stay consistent once we do start seeing like the effects of, what these decisions, these choices are bringing to us. So I think this is a really good time. It's a time that's really supportive for us to just look at the details of our everyday life, of our routines, our lifestyle choices, and to just clean anything up if we're finding the need to, maybe to organize things a little bit better. Maybe we need to like switch a few things around, rearrange a few things. For me personally, I'm working on implementing a better sleep schedule for myself. I'm going to sleep super late every single day. So I have to see like where can I make changes? Where do I need to make adjustments so that I can get myself to bed at an earlier time, So of course you want to take a look at where Virgo is located in your birth chart so that you can get just more insight where this could potentially be manifesting for you, where you may need to kind of like look at the details and clean things up, make rearrangements, or maybe you need to just implement better habits, try out new things, to see what works, what doesn't. So yeah, I haven't necessarily gotten any like downloads or anything like that. I've been so busy. So I'm excited to see what the cards are saying here. Yeah, at the heart of it, I see collectively that we may all just be feeling like there is a lack, like there is something that maybe we do need to address, that we need to look at, that we need to shift. We seem to be maybe stuck. Maybe we're feeling like we've reached a plateau and it's really difficult to progress from wherever we're standing at right now. And maybe a lot of us are feeling like we're putting in so much work, we're putting in a lot of effort, and we're not really seeing a lot in return. And this comes back to what I was talking about. Like, we have to see like what works for us, and that only happens through trial and error. So it's like, if you don't try a different routine, you're never gonna change anything. You know what I mean? It's like that saying, insanity is the definition of continuing to do the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. So I think we're finding ourselves in a place where we're seeing where maybe we're holding on to certain habits, certain routines that are just keeping us stuck. Like, we're not feeling good about it. We're not feeling good about the progress. Therefore, maybe this is telling us that something in our actions needs to change in order for the situation to change. Because I see like a really big desire, like inner calling, just wanting to expand, to move forward, to move, to break free out of where we're currently at. And so there's a need for us to start planning, start putting things into motion, like start thinking about these things. Like, what do I need to start thinking about to start, implementing better habits that is going to influence the way my life goes, my experience, my overall experience. So yeah, this is very like mundane, practical, we're stepping into these territories here with this new moon, where we're just really looking at the small details of our day-to-day and seeing where it is that we need to make shifts and changes to get better results and to feel more aligned, to feel more like true to what we're being drawn towards or pulled towards, and to actually get ourselves into a place where we can know what the actions are that we need to take so that we can create a plan and execute. It's crazy because these two cards, they've been coming out in like a lot of my readings, even some of my personal readings. Those two cards come out. It doesn't really matter like what deck I'm using. Those cards have been consistently coming out. So I know that this is like a strong message collectively. Like, people are just feeling really tired, exhausted, feeling like they have to work really, really hard to get really, really little, or just like feeling like you're working hard but you're not really progressing, and just feeling, tired, weary, and maybe not being able to see an end in sight, But you have to know that things can change, things can shift, but it starts with you, with your choices, with your decisions, with what you choose to do, the actions you choose to make, the things you choose to commit to. There's a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, Spirit is telling us there's a way. There's a way out of this madness, and it starts with you. You have to look into the mirror. You're your own savior. It's all on you. Now I'm hearing Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. So yeah, it's just acknowledging like there are things we can do, because a lot of the times people are just like, oh, well, this is just the way life is for me, or, like, this is just how it is. I can't really expand from here. There's nothing I can do. These are my circumstances. And when you have that kind of outlook, it's like you're giving all of your power away when you think that you don't have a say, or that like you're not contributing at all to the situation or the circumstances. You can behave differently and guaranteed, you will get different results, but it's not always easy to do something different, to get out of a comfort zone, or to get out of a rut, to start something, to start implementing something. Although here in this energy, I'm more so seeing that it's like planning it. It's like getting to the root of something, seeing where it is, like the details of where it is that you could make changes, and then like creating a plan. And this is the energy, that we're really being supported by during this period. Because a lot of us, like, we might just be feeling really hopeless, and just like, again, like I said, very tired, and just feeling like there's no end in sight, and this, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about my circumstances, just feeling kind of pinned against a wall. But Spirit wants you to find your power in the situation, because you do have it. And they want you to know that You can move beyond this. You don't have to stay here. And the answer is in the details, in the small day-to-day details. This is where we need to be looking at. This is where we need to be making these changes in order to slowly see some progression, some shifts happening in our lives. And we have to be okay with like slow progress, you know? But first and foremost, we have to take action. Like, it is requiring us to take action, and to take action now, like as soon as possible, and to hold yourself accountable and show up, you know, do what it is that you have to do. Take responsibility over your life, over your actions. You're in control of what you do. You're in control of your own actions. And the only way that you're going to have a chance to see things change, to manifest different circumstances, a different reality, a different situation, is if you try. You're never going to do it if you don't even try, if you don't even change any of your habits. Again, like if you just keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, like you're not even giving yourself the chance to change, you know, the situation. So there is like a level of responsibility here that you need to take. There are some actions you need to make, some things you need to shift around, you know, daily routines and habits to create more of a balance in your life. Like there's so much resistance. It doesn't have to be this way, but you do need to change your ways. And it's also understanding like life is not meant to be easy or comfortable all of the time. I know it's human nature for us to like always be looking for that, you know, to be looking for just things to be easy. But we can all agree at this point that hardships, you know, and having to go through these obstacles and finding our way through is just part of life. It's part of Earth school. It's part of like knowing the human experience, you know, understanding the human experience. And when you know that you should be embracing all of life, it's all a gift, it's all a blessing, then you know that you should even be embracing the hard times. You know, that's what they mean by chop wood, carry water. You know, it's like before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. It's like nothing changes. It's very mundane. You still have to put in the work. You still have to show up. You still have to be uncomfortable sometimes. And that's the point, is being able to navigate even those circumstances with grace, with presence, with, you know, wisdom, a knowingness and understanding of what life is and how to be able to meet it. And the beauty of it is that if we don't like the way that something is, if we don't like the results of something, because everything is the result of something, you know, and if we don't like something, we know that we have the power to change it, to shift it, to bring more balance. We always do. We always have that power. So it's a matter of stepping into that, stepping into your self-sovereignty, knowing that you have that power, and then implementing whatever it is that you have to implement. And again, it's nothing drastic. It's like the small everyday things that we do, that we stick to, routine, habits, just making good choices, good lifestyle decisions that over time, it builds like better karma pertaining to like whatever this is, you know, whatever life arena this is that you're applying it to. So Spirit wants to remind you that you are the healer of your situation. This is, you know, a time for us to take action, to put things into motion, to make plans, to take control over our lives, you know, to be in the driver's seat of our lives, to be purposeful with our actions, you know, to move with purpose. And naturally, you know, this is going to align us. This is going to make us feel good. It's going to make us feel like we have better self-esteem in everything. It's going to give us stronger self-esteem when you start to see that it's your actions making the difference, causing a change, you know, creating a change, that's you, that you're doing that. And when you see like the power that is, it does increase your self-esteem, and it does kind of like give you insight into like, yeah, I am powerful. I don't have to stay stuck. That's just an illusion. There are things that I can do. It's not as outside of your control as you think. You definitely have the power to like influence your circumstances, you know? So I pulled this oracle card here to see what we get. So we got 3 to 1, and it's number 10. So let's see what the book has to say about that. We definitely kept that one short and sweet. I don't feel like there's anything else really that needs to be said. It's very straightforward and direct. We just have to start making better decisions for ourselves, start getting wiser. You know, Virgo energy is also like looking at the details of things and, you know, connecting things, getting insight, being enlightened about something. So it's a really good time to just clean up the little things we need to clean up in our lives. This is the perfect time to just reflect on what those things are. What are these small little changes that you need to start implementing? Again, they might not be the easiest of changes, because getting out of our comfort zone and changing up what we are used to doing, that's the hardest part. But if you stay committed and you stay consistent, eventually it just becomes like second nature, especially when you find something that works for you. That's when you really want to stick to it, when you really want to like commit to it. But at first, there definitely is like that trial and error period, and that's what I'm seeing mostly here in these cards, is like what we're going to be stepping into is more of like that experimental, like trial and error kind of time where we're just trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't. And then from there, you know, you can commit to what works, what you like, and you can throw out the rest, right? Okay, so let's read this oracle card. It's number 10 or number 1. Okay, so it says, there is a heavenly child in your midst. It may be within your heart, in your womb, or a glimmer in your eye soon to be. This child holds the key to the fulfillment of a process that is happening for you now. The child might be a physical culmination of your marriage or commitment to another. It might be a symbolic birthing of a new self after a time of learning to bring male energies of protection and discernment together with female energies of feeling and creativity, whether within yourself or in your relationship with another. The child might symbolically be a new life, an improved relationship, a book, a new job, a completely renewed way of dealing with what was once a challenging issue, and so soon will not be an issue for you anymore. From masculine to feminine to child, there is now just one, a new reality dawning with grace. This oracle holds a message for you. New life is upon you now. You are being reborn, and you will give birth to what is meant for you this lifetime. There is no need to worry. Just pray with an open heart that you may be supported to fulfill your destiny. You already are, of course, but prayer can help you realize it. The rest is in the loving and capable hands of the divine. So yeah, it's talking about like creating a new reality for yourself, being able to integrate those masculine and feminine energies so that you're creating, like birthing something different for yourself, a new beginning, a new day. So the poem is, love is what makes the heart beat faster, the lump in my throat, the feeling of missing you so much that I can't wait to be with you again. And then we are. And I look in your eyes deeper, and I know the unspoken words that say I love you, and feel words in return. How short each lifetime seems, but what I feel with you lasts forever. May love be the compass that guides you on the course of a lifetime. I love this, and I think it definitely goes very well with the message that we were getting. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling like we're breathing something new into life, which is so exciting. So as always, guys, we got this. I truly hope that these messages have served you. I hope that you tap into these times and really take full advantage of them. Make those changes, cultivate that new reality for yourself, because new life is upon us, and it's always up to us. It always comes down to a choice, a decision through our actions. we can change our experiences and our circumstances. Okay, so much love to you guys. Big hugs. I also do provide personal readings if you are interested in getting a reading that's personal and specific to you. I will leave my email in the description box below, and you can contact me for more details. I'd be so happy to work with you and to connect. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today, and until next time. Bye.